So I want to talk about this move that has happened with Cam Newton. Cam Newton is now signed on a 1-year deal with the New England Patriots, which I think is a great pickup for the Patriots. I think that adding Cam Newton immediately puts them back into at least a wild card spot. And really, what I wanted to talk about in this video more than this move, honestly, really what I wanted to talk about is the disrespect that Cam Newton has really gotten. And I've seen his stock fall off, people really shitting on him a lot. And he wasn't getting picked up by any teams, and it was just like, man, what is going on here? This guy was like, he was an MVP, he was amazing. What happened here? How are no teams picking him up? And he's really gotten disrespected, man. I mean, Cam Newton, when actually healthy, is an MVP candidate, and he will lead his team to 10 wins pretty much no matter what if he's healthy. He'll find a way to push them to 10 wins. Being a big dude, he's got an arm. He could be better at throwing, and he could be more accurate, no doubt whatsoever. And I think, he kind of got better with that, but I definitely back in like 2015, I would see a lot of Kelvin Benjamin throws that were poorly thrown or like overthrown or too high. But when you do think about it, in terms of actual, offensive weapons, they weren't exactly sitting there with a lot. You had your Kelvin, although how good was Kelvin? I don't really know at this point. A lot of people kind of just shit on him now. So how great even was he? I think they had Ted Ginn for a while. They didn't exactly have like anything crazy when it came to offensive wide receivers. Now they got CMC, of course. Um, but pretty much anytime he's healthy, man, even a couple of years ago, back in 2018, that year, the 17-18 season, even in that year, if I'm not mistaken, the Panthers were like 5-0, something like that, some 5-1, 5-0, and then Cam gets injured and everything kind of just blows up in the face. And I'm a Saints fan, so I watch the Panthers pretty closely in terms of their records. I watch a lot. I'll watch a lot of Saints Panthers games. I've seen a lot of Saints Panthers games. I'll even catch some Panthers games. Period. But I remember that season, watching because to me it's all about winning your division, man. Win that division and then try to get a first week bye. Um, and that season I remember they were neck and neck with us for like 6 weeks straight, and then they just completely fell off. He got injured, and then all that stuff happened with Ron, and all, it just completely imploded. But in even the following season, I know that he wasn't the QB there that was playing then, but Cam will get you to 9, 10 wins pretty much no matter what. And I think with someone like Bill Belichick coaching him, depending on how Cam is, which I think he can definitely mold into this. I think that he can really turn into a champion. Honestly, this is a scary mix here because Cam is a big dude. He can run. Obviously, that dual threat is crazy. He's a massive dude. Tough as bricks. He can run. He can throw. Bill's just got to get him to make better decisions and better throws as well. He's got to make better throws. He's got to be more on target. He's got to be more precise. Um, is what he's really got to do. But he doesn't deserve all the hate and all the disrespect that he's gotten. I really don't know where it's come from. I mean, Cam Newton has always been someone where it's like, fuck. Even back in 2013, man, that year we really got screwed because they started out 1-5. We started out 5-1, but they ended up stealing the division from us. And we had lost. We beat the brakes off of them in New Orleans, but then we got raked in Carolina when we went to go play them. And they ended up stealing the division from us. We don't get the first round bye. We make it out the first round, but that second round matchup against the Seahawks, if we had like home field advantage against like the Niners or something like that, you know, or the Panthers or whoever it was we were gonna end up facing, that would have been could have been a lot different. You know what I mean? The Niners were kind of on a mission anyways, but it would have been very interesting. So it just Cam Newton really brings something. He brings a really big element. Obviously, you guys remember his Super Bowl year where he failed to win the Super Bowl. That did kind of break him in a way, but kind of also it didn't. But he also almost beat us in that playoff game against the Saints in the 17-18 season. So, they did a, really solid job there even. But it's just the case that he does not get he shouldn't be getting all the disrespect that he gets. I mean, they win 11-5 that season in 17-18. Um, sorry, I believe that it was I believe that it was actually 1819 where where he actually ended up imploding that year. So that wasn't 1718. Sorry, that was 1819 where they ended up imploding. But 1718, they actually made it to the playoffs. We had the same record as they did, I believe. We just had the tiebreaker, and so they came into New Orleans, but they got close to winning, man. They were close. So just like a touchdown away from the div round, and then who knows where they go from there. Cam Newton doesn't deserve the disrespect that he gets, man. Point blank.